Hello everyone, we're PitchFork and we're about to give you a run through of our web app. And as you can see, this is the home page. It asks for a CSV file of data for each farm and the format by hovering over the upload button. And then additionally we have a total budget that will be subsidized across the inputted farms, and then some optional fairness constraints which are auto-filled if they are left empty. And some of the constraints are the minimum share for small farms, so it could at least ensure that small farms receive a set percentage of the total budget and are not neglected. For example, if it's set to 40%, then small farms must receive at least 40% of the total funding. And then the per capita ratio between small and large farms, which ensures that the average amount given to a small farm is not too low compared to what large farms receive. If it is set to 70%, the average small farm must receive at least 70% of the average large farm's funding. The baseline need floor guarantees that farms with higher need scores receive at least a minimum amount based on that score. The maximum share for a single farm prevents one farm from taking too much of the total budget. And finally, the high risk floor ensures that farms with very high climate risk receive a guaranteed minimum amount of funding. So now, when we enter our inputs and click Analyze, the backend will run the data through an ML model, which will take into account factors such as soil quality and moisture in the air of each farm to calculate expected yield values and a risk factor, and enforce the inputted fairness constraints to calculate, along with the description for reasoning of the amount for each farm. Additionally, we also included a cards view for a more intuitive look at each farm, and it's also more visual. Additional features in this app include featuring sample data, switching between light and dark mode, and a back button for new inputs. Another feature that we are going to be implementing in the future to this project is training multiple ML models with even more diverse data sets and comparing their results to have even more accurate predicted yield and climate risk factors. Thank you.